So we're now in that era where IRL streaming has completely taken over Twitch, and honestly it's been that way for a while now. But for some reason it seems like now creators are at a point where they're flat out disrespecting desktop and gaming streamers, saying that nobody wants to even watch that type of content.
Don't watch games no more like that on Twitch. I'm telling you, bro. Like, y'all acting like if games crushed on Twitch the way they used to, like a few years ago, you don't think everybody would stop the IRLs and start playing games?
The viewers, oh, desktops is dying. When? It's just the niggas you're watching.
Let's talk about some desktop streaming is dead for you, nigga.
Brother, don't you want to grow? Of course I do. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like streaming is super oversaturated. Everyone's already seen everyone do everything. And I feel like streaming needs to go back to 2021. So I'm gonna give you 2021. That's just my opinion. Like, y'all have already, I'm gonna be real, bro. Let's talk about it. Y'all have already seen everything. Y'all have seen everything, man. Y'all have seen everything.
Now, while there's currently multiple streamers on Twitch that I could use to attest to this statement, I think there's two streamers who are both the living embodiment of this just being extremely untrue. And the two streamers I'm referring to are both pretty popular streamers who go by the names of CaseOh and Jynxzi, who have both been killing it on Twitch over the past couple years. And while they've both managed to get to this point of their careers by the use of gaming and desktop streams, their journeys to getting here have both been completely different, proving that you can still have a successful career off of both gaming and desktop streams no matter which path you take. But what exactly did they do? How did they get to this point? And is gaming really even dead on stream? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. But first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Trap House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. And with all of that being said, let's get into how Jynxzi and CaseOh are proving the entire industry wrong. So if you opened up Twitch about 7 to 8 years ago, the platform was completely different than it is now. Chances are everything you've seen would have been related to gaming in some way, shape, or form, with some of the biggest streamers on the platform being popular for the games they played, such as countless Fortnite creators like Ninja, or maybe even creators like XQC who were popular for the games they played like Overwatch. At one point in time, when you thought of a person live streaming on Twitch, 9 times out of 10 you thought of them broadcasting at least some sort of gameplay. But fast forward to the point of streaming in which we're at now, when you hear the term streamer, gaming is probably one of the last things that comes to your mind.
Niggas is doing real live reality shows now, bruh. Like, them niggas just did a pool party, a whole rented out mansions. DDG going to Paris and doing all like, bro, these niggas is elites, bruh. And then you got people under them who trying to do this shit. Now, bro, these big ass moments don't even seem like nothing. The viewers, oh, desktops is dying. When? It's just the niggas you're watching. Now y'all saying, oh, chill desktop stream. Now y'all downplaying it. Why do y'all even call it desktop? It's just streaming.
But that isn't the case for two of the biggest streamers currently on the platform who are both still putting on for the gaming community. So to start, we're going to talk about Jynxzi first, and for those of you who aren't familiar with who Jynxzi is, he started his career on Twitch about 6 years ago, back in 2019, and like most people who try to start a career on the internet, Jynxzi wouldn't see much early success at all, streaming for about 4 years, seeing little to no progress.
I created my Twitch account in 2019. I spent 365 consecutive streams streaming to an audience of 1 viewer, okay? My goal with saying this is that anyone watching at home, anyone in the audience, anybody who comes across this clip, chase your dreams. Because dreams without action will always just be dreams. I believe in each and every one of you motherfuckers to find your purpose, change the world, motivate others, inspire others. Get started today.
For the bulk of his career, most of the content he's created was dedicated to one game known as Rainbow Six Siege, which released nearly a decade ago all the way back in December of 2015. And this was a game that Jynxzi remained faithful to for the first 4 years of his career, and that got him practically nowhere, but everything would eventually change for Jynxzi in 2023. This is around the time where Jynxzi would officially start seeing some real success with his streaming career, but how exactly did he get to this point by playing a 10-year-old game, especially in a time period where IRL streamers and all of these big streamers are starting to get to the peaks of their careers? How is it possible that someone would want to watch gameplay of a game that released literally a decade ago versus wanting to watch all of these big production subathons or shows that's going on all over Twitch? Well, you see, for Jynxzi, it wasn't so much about what game he was playing, it was more so about him and his rare ability that he had to both be skillful at the game and be entertaining while playing it. You see, this is an actual unique trait that many streamers today lack, which is why many streamers today tend to struggle with doing gaming content and just try to completely avoid it, because when it comes to people doing content based around video games, it's usually they're either very entertaining but terrible at the game, or they're very good at the game but not really entertaining much at all. There's not many people who have the ability to do both. In most cases, if you're the person who's entertaining but trash at gaming, there's a high chance that you'll still do good no matter whatever it is you're doing.
Two niggas! Right there! Do not let him kill me! Do not! Oh, get him! Oh, you gotta wait, here! He's a beast! He's a beast! Just heal somebody else! Heal me! Oh, I'm not even trying to shoot! My shit glitching! Yo, my controller's yo, my shit is glitching! Yo, my shit is glitching, bro! I swear to God! Yo, I'm not even touching that! I'm not even touching that! I'm not even touching that!
But if you're a person that's only good at the game and not really too entertaining, then you're probably going to have a hard time becoming a bigger streamer. Because there's very few audiences who's going to sit there and watch a person try hard at a game for hours without having the ability to make them smile or laugh or even just brighten their day at all. Chances are they're going to sit in that stream for a brief amount of time and then they're going to go watch AMP light off fireworks in their house. But you see, Jynxzi was lucky enough to be one of the few creators that didn't have to worry about this at all, because not only did he have the skill to be both entertaining and skillful at games, but he also had the ability to market and package his content in a way that many people weren't used to. He would use platforms like TikTok to promote his stream, which is something that every streamer does nowadays. It's really one of the only ways to grow. But he didn't just post clips or highlights from his streams like many people do today. Instead, he took the initiative to actually go out of his way to film different forms of short form content and post that to all of these different platforms, which really helped his career in a lot of ways, because this would allow people who may have never even heard of Rainbow Six Siege in their life to still come across Jynxzi and like him as a creator, which would then lead to them tuning into a stream to watch him regardless of what he was doing. I'm sure there's a lot of people who probably never played Rainbow before in their lives prior to watching the Jynxzi stream, and after watching him play it and see how fun the game looked for him, they probably would go and download it themselves. So with all of these things combined for Jynxzi, it really led to him having a bright future with streaming, which brings us to the turning point of his career, 2023, where everything would completely change for Jynxzi, because in this year alone, Jynxzi would go from having 3,000 followers on Twitch to gaining over 3 million followers on the platform, proving to the world that upcoming content creators that you don't need to follow trends or have these viral IRL moments, clip farming and all of that. Well, Jynxzi was a major clip farmer, but he didn't really do it in an IRL setting like you see many people do. He did it all from the sake of his desktop with nothing really but a controller or a mouse and keyboard, and since then there's really been no looking back for him in his career. He's been playing the same game thus far throughout most of his career, Rainbow Six Siege, and that's the way it's been since 2019. There was really only one moment where he kind of shied away from the gaming and desktop content, and that was in 2024, back in January I believe, when he started dating or doing content with this girl named Brecky Hill, who was popular online for doing OF content, and that was without a doubt probably the worst thing that he's done in his career, because for his core fans that really loved him for the gaming content that he provided that was already very rare to find on Twitch, this would make people feel like he was just like every other streamer at the time. He was doing this girl content that no one really wanted to see. They just wanted to go see him play against bronze and champion level players. But for a while, they didn't get that, and not only would the viewers not like this much at all, but there was also some other popular streamers who Jynxzi ended up getting into some problems with as well, all stemming from this one girl.
Clicks is clip farming, that's it. But like that type of clip farm, that's like next level. That's like, hey, I need clout tonight. Like that's like, I need clout within the next 5 minutes. That's like what your brain would go to. Clicks did weird shit. Lacey, you're not ever going to say Clicks did weird shit because Clicks is your f***ing father. Get the fuck off his dick and keep my name out of your f***ing mouth, bro.
Twitch guy.
And then Ron rolls his R, like saying that it's me. Okay, Ron, maybe you could get some views if you made real content for once in your life. Real content for once, you little piece of shit! So Ron immediately just reads his chat, sees the opportunity to clip farm, great.
I mean, 10K is not the end of the world. It's not.
10K is not the end of the world. Yo, XQC, I don't know if the Adderall is affecting your brain right now. Dog, you're looking at active chatters. Do you actually expect my entire stream to be chatting? Every single one of them? That is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. 10K is not the end of the world, dude. Shut the fuck up, XQC.
But thankfully, after a few weeks, Jynxzi got away from all of this, the relationship ended, and after that, things kind of went back to normal. He went back to being the Jynxzi that many people loved. The only difference was he kind of eased up on playing Rainbow, and he began playing a different game, which was honestly even more random. He began playing a game called Clash Royale, which is a popular mobile game that released back in 2016. And this is a game that Jynxzi has been playing almost every day for months now. And even though this game is literally a mobile game that's nearly a decade old, he's still seeing plenty of success with it. I mean, so far throughout the year 2025, he's currently averaging 30,000 viewers, alongside currently having over 72,000 Twitch subscribers, which ranks him at third on all of Twitch, only behind CaseOh, who's literally about to break his own subscriber record yet again, and the one and only CaseOh, the second streamer who we're going to be talking about in this video, who has also made an entire career solely off the use of gaming and desktop streams.
I be watching CaseOh, bro, and that make me want to play scary games. Would y'all watch scary games? That nigga make me want to play scary games. I hate scary games, but watching him play it, I'm like, bro, this is great content.
I love CaseOh, bro. CaseOh is so amazing that he's in his own lane, and I feel like people tend to forget about him. Like, dead ass. Like, he's so much in his own lane that people some way, somehow forget to, like, speak more of CaseOh. I think we need to speak more of CaseOh, you feel me?
Now see, this is another person who started this whole gaming career when it wasn't a popular thing to do on stream, because CaseOh would start his career much more recently, just under 3 years ago, back in late 2022. And unlike Jynxzi, CaseOh didn't start his career off by playing a random 10-year-old video game. Instead, he would use a completely different method. You see, CaseOh would quickly gain popularity by playing new trending games, and like many of the other creators I cover on my channel, he started his career off by playing NBA 2K. You see, shortly after the game NBA 2K23 released, CaseOh would post some relatable TikToks about the game on a random night before he went to sleep, and when he woke up, all 3 of these TikToks had went insanely viral, which led to him gaining over 15,000 followers on the platform in just one night, which ultimately ended up sparking his streaming career. Now, when he started this journey, he had no idea where it was going to go, where it was going to end up. All he knew was that he had potential to be big after literally going viral overnight. Like, imagine how motivating it would be for any aspiring content creator to post their first 3 videos and they all do millions of views. It seemed as if it was almost destiny, and when CaseOh sparked that first ever stream, he would have a lot of support from those in the chat.
I can't tell how many viewers I got in here right now. It says 2 for me. I don't have a sub button, I don't think, because I'm new to this Twitch stuff, but once I get one, bro, I'll let you know. Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna keep that grind going for real. I'm gonna try to get the stream going. Bro, I made my TikTok the night before last, out of nowhere, and I just started uploading. Bro, I'm streaming off a jetpack, like a Verizon hotspot. Like, my internet is too slow, but you never know if it gets big enough, and y'all start coming through for me. I'll figure out some new internet stuff.
So after this, CaseOh began to slow down on playing 2K, because 2K is a game that's really only popular the first week it releases. It dies out quickly.
what was like your inspiration to leave 2K completely and just go into like scary games, Fall Guys, like all that?
Inspiration to leave it, first off, was the glaring that it was going nowhere.
Yep.
And I also knew that, you know, 2K's good. It'll be popping for a couple months and then it'll die down. You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, you know, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under. You know what I mean?
So when he saw his viewership starting to drop, he knew that he had to go to the next popular game, which at the time was that Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game. CaseOh would end up doing the same method that he used for 2K, posting some relatable TikToks that others would agree with, and that once again led to him going viral on the platform. So this is a cycle that he would continue repeating all the way up to the point where he is today. Nowadays, CaseOh is one of the biggest streamers on the entire Twitch platform, and he currently has the second most subscribers on all of Twitch, only trailing Casanat. And now he's at a point where he can play literally any game he wants to, whether that's Uno, some random scary game, maybe it could be a game that came out 20 years ago. He can literally play or do anything at this point. It doesn't have to be a trending viral game like it was early on into his career. And unlike Jynxzi, it doesn't seem like CaseOh has caught the IRL streaming bug yet. I'm not saying that we'll never see CaseOh do an IRL stream or anything like that. I'm really just saying that up until this point, he doesn't seem to have any interest going outside and doing the type of content we see other people doing. As of now, he stayed completely true to the gaming and desktop streams, playing whatever game he feels like playing and having a great time with his community within the chat, whether they're roasting him or showing him some love. So in a time where all of these streamers and content creators on the internet seem to be following trends, doing these IRL streams is saying that desktops and gaming and things like that are dead, it's important to look at some of the successful people who didn't follow a wave and who didn't follow a trend and things like that, because these are people who truly found something that works for them. They weren't really chasing the viewers, they weren't chasing the clout. They simply are just doing a hobby that they enjoy doing, and it all happened to work out. And there's various streamers from both the past and the present who have had this type of success that have always stayed true to desktop gaming, whatever it is, throughout the entire course of their career.
I definitely just like, you know, being home and doing the desktop shit, you know, playing video games and shit like that. IRL is cool, but I don't know if I like, that's not me, bro. It's just not me. It's just not me. Like, I would be forcing it if I was to try to do it solo.
Niggas talk about some desktop streaming is dead. For you, nigga, stop playing with these niggas. All these young niggas trying to make it as a streamer, you telling them desktop streaming dead, bro. That shit ain't dead, bro. What you mean?
Build yourself first. Never forget why you wanted to start streaming. Some of y'all niggas want to start streaming because you just wanted to be a gamer or something. Or you wanted to, never forget your love of what made you want to start in the first place. Because waves can you up just like me, nigga. I've been going for 2 months because I realized I hate IRL streaming.
So I say all that to say, just always remember why you're doing what it is you're doing. Always do whatever it is you want to do. Don't feel like you have to do something because everyone else is doing it or because it's the popular thing to do. Create your own wave, set your own trend, and if you believe in it enough and work hard enough, in the end, it'll all work out. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that matters to me is you guys' opinion. So be sure to comment down below and let me know, what do you think of this entire situation? Do you think gaming and desktop streams are dead? How do you feel about IRL streams? And how do you feel about the current state of streaming right now? Be sure to let me know down below in the comments. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 25K. I think we just hit 21K as I'm recording this, but I appreciate y'all for that. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to leave me a thumbs down. Any feedback is good feedback to me. And as always, I appreciate all of the love and support. And I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.